The squad is rolling up to Beacon Mental Hospital, and honestly, the vibes are already atrocious. Sebastian, Joseph, and Kidman are in the car, and the radio is just spilling bad news about homicides and chaos. It is giving major horror movie intro energy, and you just know they should have turned the car around immediately to avoid the inevitable trauma. So Sebastian decides to separate from the group, because splitting up is always such a fantastic idea in these situations. He walks into the lobby and it smells like iron and bad decisions. He finds a survivor, but things go south so fast. It is pure chaos, and honestly, seeing what he just saw, I would have simply passed away right there. Just when you think it cannot get worse, the actual city starts crumbling like a stale cookie. Sebastian is in an ambulance, but the world is literally shifting around them. It is giving Inception, but with way more gore. The driver is panicking, everyone is screaming, and physics has officially left the chat. The simulation is glitching hard. Sebastian wakes up in a hospital bed, but not the normal kind. He meets this nurse who speaks in riddles and asks him to sign in to save his progress. It feels like a fever dream or a very twisted save point. The atmosphere is heavy, and this nurse is definitely acting like an NPC with a dark secret. We finally meet Dr. Jimenez, and he is acting incredibly suspicious. He claims he is a doctor, but his energy is screaming frantic accomplice. He mentions Leslie, a patient who ran off, and insists they need to find him. The monsters are chasing them, and Jimenez is just yapping about gates and keys while Sebastian does all the dirty work. They arrive at a hospice run by Jimenez's brother, and the family drama is real. Sebastian is trying to keep it together, but Jimenez is just trauma dumping about his brother Valerio. They find Valerio, but he has fully turned into a monster. It is a tragic family reunion that ends with Sebastian having to put him down permanently. Ruvik finally makes a grand entrance, and he is serving pure villain energy. He teleports around and messes with reality like he owns the place. Jimenez seems to know him, which is a massive red flag. Ruvik is not just a ghost. He is the glitched-out admin of this entire nightmare server, and he is absolutely not happy about visitors. Joseph is finally found, but he is not doing well at all. He is confused and seems to be losing his grip on reality. They find a bomb that needs disarming, and it is the most stressful unboxing video ever. Kidman is there too, but she is acting shady. The trust issues in this group are skyrocketing by the minute. We are getting some serious lore drops about Ruvik's past through these audio logs. They talk about brainwave synchronization and subjects losing their ego. Basically, Ruvik is trying to upload his consciousness into someone else because he is obsessed with control. It is giving mad scientist with a god complex, and it is terrifyingly brilliant in a twisted way. Sebastian wakes up again in the asylum, and his head is buzzing. He is starting to get used to the constant reality shifts, which is concerning in itself. He heads back out and meets up with Joseph, but the environment has changed to some ancient ruins. It is like the level design just decided to randomize itself completely. They stumble into a marketplace that looks like it is from the Middle Ages, but there is electricity. Joseph points out how nothing makes sense, calling it jumbled memories. He is realizing that this place is built from their collective subconscious. It is a shared hallucination, and Ruvik is the architect designing their torment for his own amusement. Joseph is really struggling now. He talks about the urge to just let go and turn into one of the monsters. It is a heavy conversation about mental fortitude and losing yourself. Sebastian tries to be the supportive friend, but you can tell Joseph is fighting a losing battle against the virus or whatever is infecting their minds. Jimenez starts explaining the science behind STEM, and it is horrifying. He talks about linking brains together to share emotion and memory. He admits that Ruvik is the core, and they are all just guests in his mind. It is literally a toxic group chat that you cannot leave, and the admin is a vengeful psychopath who hates you. Flashbacks show Ruvik yelling at his father. We see the family trauma that created the monster. Ruvik felt abandoned and locked away, so he decided to make everyone else suffer. His hatred is the engine powering this entire world. It is a classic villain origin story involving daddy issues and a whole lot of unethical experiments. We see memories of the villagers burning down the barn with Ruvik and his sister inside. This is the core memory that drives Ruvik's rage. He was horribly burned and his sister died. Now he creates fire traps everywhere because misery loves company. It explains why he is so hot-headed, pun absolutely intended, unfortunately. Jimenez tries to use a machine to sync with the STEM terminal to escape, thinking Leslie is the key. He believes he can reverse the flow, but it backfires spectacularly. Ruvik is not about to let anyone log off. The attempt just angers the beast, and the giant creature attacks. It is a total disaster for everyone involved. Kidman finally shows her true colors. She has her gun pointed at Leslie, ready to take him out. Sebastian steps in, confused as ever. She claims Leslie is a threat because Ruvik wants to possess him. It is a standoff, and the team dynamic is officially ruined. Kidman is playing a different game entirely, and nobody else knows the rules. The squad, minus Kidman, hops on a bus to escape the city. It is the most chaotic road trip ever. They are driving through a collapsing city while being chased by a giant monster spider thing. Joseph is driving like he is in an action movie, and Sebastian is on pest control duty. High-octane anxiety the whole way. Ruvik confronts Jimenez, mocking him for stealing his research. It is a satisfying yet terrifying moment where the villain reveals he was always ahead. Ruvik reveals that Jimenez was just a pawn and that he has surpassed him in every way. Then, the amalgam creature destroys Jimenez. It is a brutal end for the doctor who thought he was in charge. Sebastian finds the real Ruvik, or rather, what is left of him. It is just a brain in a jar hooked up to machines. Ruvik explains that Mobius ripped him apart to use his brain as the core processor. He has been tortured for years, which honestly explains why he is so incredibly salty about everything and wants revenge. Ruvik finally catches Leslie. He melts into a puddle of goo and absorbs the boy. It is the moment we were all dreading. Ruvik needed a compatible vessel to escape the simulation and return to the real world. And he just got it. Sebastian is too late, and now he has to fight the final boss who is fully powered up. The perspective shifts to Kidman before the mission. We see the administrator giving her orders. He is this faceless suit who treats people like assets. He tells her that Leslie is the priority and everyone else is expendable. It paints Kidman in a new light. She is being manipulated by a toxic corporate entity that views lives as numbers. We get a glimpse into Kidman's interrogation. She was a runaway with a rough past, which makes her the perfect recruit for Mobius. They offered her a purpose, but the price was her freedom. The administrator uses her past trauma to manipulate her loyalty. It is grooming behavior, and it is absolutely disgusting to watch them exploit her like that. Jimenez's notes reveal that he knew Leslie was compatible with Ruvik. He planned to use Leslie to control the STEM world himself. Everyone in this facility is power-hungry and scheming. Kidman reads this and realizes she is surrounded by incompetence and greed. She is the only one actually trying to contain the threat, while everyone else plays God. The administrator is furious that Kidman is hesitating. He demands she bring Leslie back, but she knows Ruvik will escape if she does. She starts to rebel against her programming. She realizes that Mobius does not care about safety. They only want the weapon. She decides to take matters into her own hands, even if it means disobeying direct orders. We see the memory of Mobius forcing Ruben, to calibrate the machine. They threaten to cut funding and support. This was the moment the partnership turned sour. Mobius wanted the tech, and Ruvik just wanted his fantasy world. When he refused, they literally tore him apart. It is corporate hostility taken to the extreme and shows their true colors. Kidman is being interrogated by the administrator in her mind. He asks why she would turn her back on them. She is realizing that Mobius is just another prison, barely different from the STEM world. She is finding her own voice and refusing to be a pawn anymore. It is a major character growth moment where she reclaims her agency. Kidman wakes up in the real world. She sees Sebastian and Joseph in the pods. She tells the Mobius team that Sebastian is clear to go, saving him. She stays behind, still trapped in Mobius's web, but now awake and aware. Sebastian walks out, confused but alive, while Kidman prepares for the next battle from the inside.